How to get a 7 in MYP Extended Math from a former MYP student. So I think with Criterion A, which are the class tests, this is actually the easiest assessment to improve your performance in, because it's all about your hard work. How much can you maintain your focus in class? How much can you work with your friends? Ask teachers to answer questions. Basically, the trick to cracking Criterion A is just go over all your homework questions diligently, especially do the hardest questions, and do them over and over again. And just familiarize yourself with all of the equations you'll need. Make sure that you are just very, very comfortable with whatever the unit is that you're going to be tested on. And then during the test, this is very important, and I've noticed this is actually what makes a difference between whether you get a level 7, 8 or something below, is do you attempt every single question? Yes, including level 7 and 8. For me, in my experience, whenever I came across the really complex questions in extended math towards the end of a test, it would always throw me off. But what I did is I would focus on the question, read it like 2 or 3 times, think about what is this question testing me, which subtopic of the unit is testing me on, and then I would focus on that. I would create some small steps and I would break the question down. Most of the time I wouldn't get the right answer, but because of my working out, I would still get marks, and that means you can still stay on that level 7. Whereas if I hadn't attempted it at all, then I would be stuck with level 6. And you never know, because sometimes I would get lucky and I would be given the full mark because I just got the answer somehow. Okay, with criterion B, C, and D, this is the thing I struggled the most with in math, and in fact, I didn't get a 7 right in the beginning. As you probably know, I actually got the 7 right at the end after progressing a lot and understanding tips. And the main reason I didn't get a 7 is because of criterion B, C, and D. I was new to the MYP curriculum. And so these non-traditional testing methods were really confusing to me, but I think unlike Criterion A, where practice improves your score, this is really about like your pattern recognition. So with Criterion B, it's about how much can you do math and then pick out patterns from it. Do you know the difference between validating, which is using examples to validate your pattern? Do you know the difference between justification? Justification is using like algebraic proof, for example. Criterion D is using real life examples to back up your investigation. Criterion C is how much can you use graphs, tables, and other mathematical ways of communicating to back up your investigation. So I have put links in the description box to help you guys with this. But yeah, you can definitely improve though, so don't think that you will stay with whatever grade you have. All of these criterion can easily be improved, which is why they're there, of course. So I also have done a video on MYP biology and chemistry, especially for those who are like me and you're probably new to the IB curriculum, and all of these non-traditional MYP testing methods might be confusing. So especially like if you struggle with writing lab reports and fish bowls, then this video will be really helpful. Also, I've only done videos on this, MYP Extended Math and Biology and Chemistry, because these are the subjects I struggled with the most in MYP. But if you guys have a subject you'd like me to do it on, English, INS, PE, whatever subject, then just let me know. Okay, so I've done something that I would have really wanted when I was in MYP Extended Math, and that is I've put links to each of the criterion and how you can improve. So for Criterion A, I put a link to Revision Village. So if you're in MYP now, you probably are not familiar with this, but when you move up to the diploma program, this is a website you will use for sciences and math. It basically has really helpful refreshers, practice videos on all of the topics you might need. And actually, yes, the material you're covering in MYP Extended is very close to the material that's on Revision Village, because while you're preparing for DP. So this will be very helpful to you. However, if you're like me and you need more help for Criterion B, C, and D, I've put some links to this MYP blog website, which covers what these criterions are assessing, so you can get more familiar with it and you can practice that a little bit more. So I hope that's really helpful to you. And I've also inserted a link to my personal investigation. I couldn't find my full investigation, so I put like a mock template for a Criterion C and D investigation on percentage error, absolute error, and you can just have a look at how I picked out some real life examples, how I communicate with mathematical language, and maybe that can inspire you next time. Last but not least is, as I said, have faith, be patient. I'm not someone who's naturally gifted in math, nor am I doing math at higher level now that I'm in the IB diploma program, but I still ended up with a 7 in extended math when I was in MYP, even though I struggled a lot, just because I was focused, I was hardworking, and I really wanted that 7. So if I can do it, so will you. So just stick to the tips I've given you, work hard, and I promise you at one point in your MYP you will get a 7. And maybe you might even get a 7 starting now. So work hard, have faith, and keep going. Okay, I don't really like the way this came out on the video, but what I'm just trying to say is that you will probably struggle a lot in the beginning, but if you maintain consistency, you do your homework, you keep achieving for that 7, then you will get it. It will not escape you. And then criterion B, C, and D is all about practice. Look for more and more resources. Learn from each of your investigations. Make sure you go back, ask your teacher, because it's actually really easy to improve on if you focus on like each of the individual strands of the criteria. And then just keep going, and please don't be stressed. I was very, very stressed during this program because I really wanted that 7 so bad, and I just couldn't get it. But honestly, if you keep going, you will get it at one point. Okay, I hope that helps. And also feel free to ask me any questions on MYP Extended, on any of the MYP subjects. I did a video quite a while ago on the personal project, which a few of you said was very useful, so thank you for that. And yeah, I hope to see you soon. I'll be doing diploma program videos soon as well.